I want to talk a little bit about the return on investment for buying a package of videos. So it's a few $100s per testimony video. We kind of overachieve. We put 15 testimonies or so on our sales pages. So that's about $3,000 of investment to put those videos. But then we turn around and we sell $500,000 worth of programs in one launch. And so that return on investment, I'll take that every single day. And I'll also tell you that the climate of selling is changing and you have to pivot and move with what's working. And right now, people need to feel like they can trust you. And what's working is live testimony. It's worked better for us than anything, and it's a no-brainer. Hi, my name is Laura Frontiero. I'm the founder of BioRadiant Health. I'm a nurse practitioner. I run gut and detox and health restoring protocols strictly virtually. I do not have a brick and mortar. Everything we do is virtual. And I run programs ranging anywhere from 25 to 500 people at a time. You know, I really realized that it was important to have video testimony on my websites, on my landing pages. I always had kind of written testimony quotes from people, and there's just this trust and connection when you have live, real people giving you testimony. And so I finally bit the bullet and said, you know, we're just going to do this. It's going to be great. We're going to get all these people that I've worked with to actually tell their story. And honestly, what came of that was so much bigger than we could have ever imagined. We actually put out a call to action to my community and said, who wants to give a video testimony? And we were just floored by how many people raised their hand and said, yes, I want to share my story because I was feeling like this. I wasn't functioning. My life wasn't working. My health wasn't working. And now I feel amazing. And I've got to shout this from the rooftops. I've got to help people understand how important it is to focus on their health. I've got to help people trust Laura and her programs. Like, if there's anything I can do to get people to say yes to her, I'm going to do it because it changed my life. After they shared their story out loud, they became even more connected to me. And they're still with me after a year later in my membership. They look forward to coming every single month to see me and to get live coaching from me because they're so invested in it now because they've shared their story out loud. We never expected that would happen. It's tremendous. So now we have this huge library of testimony videos, and there's a couple of ways that we're using them. What we intended at first was just to put them on our sales pages. So when I do a live webinar or masterclass and we send people to the sales page, we've got all this live testimony on the sales page. But then the other thing that we did with these videos, which we never had intended, was we started taking even smaller clips. We made kind of 1-minute clips out of the videos, and we used them for live testimony in my webinar. And so we literally, as I'm teaching a point, and then I say, oh, let me share a story about XYZ client who experienced this very thing, they're saying it in their own word. And then what I also did was I was on stage speaking at a practitioner conference, 1,000 people in the audience, and I actually was teaching a business strategy. And I actually showed testimony from our clients to show how well our process worked. And so we've used it in so many different ways. Like, I've shown these from a stage in front of practitioners. I've shown them virtually on my websites. I've shown them during a live class. I mean, we just seem to keep finding new and different ways to use these videos. It's fantastic. It is so easy to work with Share One. All we did was we literally gave them a list. These are the clients that raised their hand and said they'd like to do a video. And then Share One's team took it from there, reached out to people, connected with them. We had 80-year-olds giving testimonies. It was people who are technically challenged can do this. And so it was really great. They just took over, did all the back and forth communication with our audience. So if you work in health and wellness, I highly recommend that you use live testimony because the healing process, the process from being stuck to unstuck is highly personal and people want to know that it works. I mean, this has changed the sales process for us completely because it just builds this level of trust where they can see it, they can tell it's not a paid actor, it's a regular person giving a testimony and they can relate, they can see themselves as the person is sharing the story. And it just means a huge difference in building trust for your programs and products.